Okay, so I did another level design. The last one I did from last video was like my favorite one I've ever done, but this one is kind of like decent, but I consider it like more of a filler level because I don't want them all to be like too kind of wacky, or not wacky, but like complex. I want some of them to be simpler, like this one or this one. And this one I decided I couldn't really make it that simple, like the original hard one. But I wanted it to be like semi-simple, where like all these purple things all move counterclockwise, and they all basically look the same, except for this one, which has a little hole. And yeah, these are basically the same as before, but now there's no like safe spot. You can usually just like, oh wait, it's actually pretty tight. There is a safe spot though. It's not really tactical to go in the safe spot because it's so tight, but yeah. I closed off the safe spots and I left the speed and everything the same. So yeah, this is actually really similar to the original hard mode. There's just kind of more of it. And then this coin portion is a little bit easier than the other portions, but it still takes a little bit of skill to like get into this kind of tight gap. It's like a tighter safe spot than usual. And then it takes a little bit of skill to get out. I kind of messed it up getting out there. But yeah, I did the same thing twice. Here and here are like the exact same thing. In the original games, I would do the same thing like multiple times in a row. Like here, for example, here. I used to do the same thing in a row quite a lot, like here. And then I stopped doing the same thing in a row. But then I kind of felt like I'm not doing it enough now. So I felt like this is a spot where I could do the same thing twice, and also here 5 times. Because part of the challenge is you did the same thing multiple times in a row, but you might have choked on the second one. Like the first one proves that you know how to do it, but then you might just like die a bunch of times doing it the second time, and it's because you're like nervous on the second one, maybe? Because it's like further to get back to the checkpoint. So sometimes it's fun, even though it doesn't really seem like it would be fun. If you have the same thing a bunch of times in a row, sometimes that makes it fun, because you can kind of like it kind of demoralizes you more when you die because you feel like you should be able to do it by now. But yeah, I don't want to overuse it like I used to. Like in certain cases, like here, it's just so much of the same thing. But I feel like it. Whoops, I'm pressing the wrong button. I filled in a bunch of the hard levels by now, but they're not all done yet. But yeah, here I don't feel like it's excessive. And also I like how it's pretty similar to the original. It's very similar, but the difficulty gets cranked up. So yeah, the main gameplay is when you're going around, let's say that I'm trying to go to the right here. When I go around, sometimes I get a good cycle on the green, and sometimes I get a bad one. So that's a bad one, that's a bad one. But depending on what side you are on, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. So here the top is good and the bottom is bad. So then if I go along the top, now the bottom is, if I'm trying to go right still, right now the bottom is good. And if I try to go now at the top, it would be bad. So here, now I'm getting bottom good, top bad. Now it's bottom bad, top good. And then whatever one you got on the last one is the opposite on the next one. So there's basically 2 ways to go right. You can go like this. Oh, whoops. You have to time it right. You can go like that and then try to go through a whole bunch of them in a row. Or you can do like an S shape, like so. Yeah, and in the original one, you can actually run like all the way to the right, like so. You have to time it right, like to go like here. You can run like all the way to the right on this one. It's just tight. I didn't really time it that well there. This one I probably didn't do well either. Just go like this. It's pretty tight. But yeah, on the older one, you can just run all the way through. I'll just show you once. Like that one I should make it, I think. Because it's not, yeah. But yeah, here on the very hard one, you can't just run all the way through. Like there, I did a really good cycle. But even so, I'll die there. And even if I put into slow motion and time it like as well as I can, like that, that's like as well as I could possibly time it. You'll see you don't have enough time. You'll just die on the last one. So I feel like that's fine, because if you could just run all the way to the end, it wouldn't really be hard enough maybe. So you can use that strategy a bit, but you can't just rely on that strategy. You have to also have the S strategy, and understanding like here bottom good top bad, or like here bottom good top bad. The next one bottom bad top good. But yeah, that's the main gameplay. Once you get that in your head, the level is actually pretty easy, but it's still hard enough that it's like I know the gameplay and I died anyway, although it's kind of lagging a bit, because sometimes my keyboard does. I think it's like the hardware of my keyboard. It's not actually the game that's lagging. It's the keyboard for some reason, because I have like a wireless keyboard. But it goes away on its own after like a little bit. But yeah, like this one, it's not so easy that it's just like trivial, but it's not like too hard. Like this one, no matter how much I practice it, it's always pretty hard. But like once you get it down, it's like not that bad. It's kind of hard to explain. But like this one, it starts off seeming almost harder than the last one until you practice it a bit, and then it's actually easier than the last one. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, I don't want to go too much into depth on this level, because it's not really one of my favorites or anything. It's kind of one of the simpler ones. But yeah, the main thing is seeing like you have enough time to react in order to see like there. I should have been able to see that I should have waited for the next cycle because the green was too tight. But yeah, you basically just have just enough time to react to the green, where it's your own fault for not getting the good cycle. See, this time I will get the good cycle. And also, if you get a bad cycle, it's still possible. Like, if I go on purpose at the wrong time, I could still, like, try to get, like, I don't know. Sometimes you go on a bad cycle and you still kind of works out. It's just way too tight. But yeah, I like that you're not forced to do it one way. You could still do it another way. It's just worse. If you make a mistake, you're not necessarily going to die. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's probably all I'll say about this one. Like, I'm fine with having some semi-simple ones and having a certain amount of repetition. And I don't really, it's not like full-on filler where I don't like even like the level, but I don't need all of them to be like this one. I'm fine with having some of them like this, because it kind of fills it out a bit. Like, you don't want to kind of, I don't know, you need something to cool off a bit. If you have like a really good level, it almost makes sense to have like a filler level nearby afterward, because it cools you off a bit in some way maybe. But I don't know, like ideally they would all be super good, I guess, but it's not really that easy to like come up with like one of your favorite designs every time, because you would eventually run out of ideas. But anyway, I'm happy with the overall quality so far. But yeah, I'm tempted to say I'm tempted to say this one's slightly too easy, but I think it's just because I've played it a lot, and even then I'm still dying a little bit. But yeah, you can also do an S. Oh wait, what am I doing? I was going the wrong way there. You can also do like an S and then a straight and then another S. So if you combine the S and the straight, like there I do a straight or two straights and then go back to the S. Yeah, I like that you can combine the two and you can make a mistake and still survive and stuff. And it's the fact that there's two enemies instead of one now. There's no more safe spots, but also it makes some of these gaps a little bit tighter, but not unreasonably tight. But anyway, that's all I'll say for that one. I'm mainly just going to play. I want to make a bunch of progress on World's Hardest Game 3 so that I can finish it in a reasonable amount of videos, because it's hard to predict, because the ending is so hard. I'm expecting it to take like a couple hours maybe, or hopefully only like half an hour, but maybe it could be like 2.5 hours, but or maybe even longer. Anyway, I just want to make progress so that I don't have to split it up into too many videos. Because if I do really well, I could beat it in just a few videos. But if I don't do really well, it could drag on way too long, and then it gets kind of annoying. But anyway, I feel pretty confident that I'm going to do it because I've beaten World Trust Game 3 before, but also I beat a user level called Throwback Tower, which is probably harder than World Trust Game 3. Okay, this one looks a little bit weird. I just have to like finesse it a bit more, I guess. Like that. Okay. I like that pattern. That's a cool pattern. This one's fun. Oh, I screwed up though. Okay. Just want to get back to the checkpoint. Okay. Now I gotta think. Do I want to go to the right first or the left, or does it not really matter because I have to do both anyway? I think I'll just do the left first. Doesn't really look like it's gonna matter which way I choose. There's no real. You just do them both. One of them might be easier than the other, but I can't really tell which one it is. So. These ones are hard to know what to do when you look at it, but while you're playing it, it's kind of like intuitive. Just gonna maybe just get back to the checkpoint now. I don't think that helped me in any way. I might as well just kept going there because you have to go over here anyway. I just have to go to the left a little bit less now, so it's slightly more convenient. That part, it's hard to tell what to do at first. Okay, I gotta focus now. Because any choking or particularly bad playing that I do is gonna hurt my confidence for beating the game. I want to go in feeling really confident. Okay, so do I go to the right there or to the left, or does it matter? Okay, maybe it's neither. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, I was just going at the wrong time. Okay, so there I probably should have gone straight. It felt like straight was the way to go. Right was definitely not the way to go. In hindsight. There's someone with a leaf blower directly outside. And even though my window's closed, you could probably hear it, but there's nothing I can do about that. And that happens a lot in Toronto. It's leaf blower, like central. Okay, that time I could have gone straight, or. But yeah, this checkpoint might help me actually, so I might as well just go to this checkpoint. Although this one is kind of annoying to go to, but I have to go to it no matter what anyway. I'm not really necessarily better off because I have to come back over here anyway, so I might as well just try to get these coins, I think. Hard to know what to do though. Oh, I almost did it. Yeah, getting to that checkpoint afterward is kind of annoying. There's like a pretty tight squeeze you have to do after that, but it's not so bad that neither of these parts are so bad that it's really that big of a deal. It just means I might have to die and redo them a few times. I wonder if I should go back to red. Well, actually no, because there's red enemies. I should have got those other paints. I think I stood next to the paint and didn't collect it because I did beat the whole game so far. But yeah, I was used to doing that on the user levels because sometimes you get a paint and then it causes a bug and then you're like stuck a weird color. So yeah, that's why I was not collecting the... So I got to the paint and then didn't collect it because I forgot I could just change the color because I'm used to the user levels. Okay. This one's pretty tight, but reasonable. And I did almost get the coins once, and I did get through once, so... Definitely gonna beat this area today. I was hoping to like make good progress and beat another area too, but we'll see how long this one takes. Okay, there. I should probably just go to the right because that'll make the coin easier to get overall than going to the left and then going back to the right. So just go to the right. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it depends which cycle I'm on because that was clearly wrong. I'll just take a look at what looks right at the time. Okay, I'm just gonna go left. Okay, I just gotta wing it and hope for the best. That felt right and maybe slow, but I can't really tell if it may not have even been right. Yep. This one's pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. Because the coins at the end are really tight. Everything is tight, but the coins are actually really tight, and then even when you beat the whole thing, you have to do a tight thing afterward on the next area. I feel like these are frame perfect, but it's 30 frames per second, so... Oh, I feel like they're all either frame perfect or 2 frames. Just gotta focus. I'm not focusing enough. And there is a leaf blower, which is messing me up a bit. Well, no, I can't blame it on the leaf blower, I guess, but... See, that one, I'm going either too fast or too... And I'm pretty sure that's a single frame perfect thing. So that one was too fast. There's a bunch where I was too slow, too. I think maybe I'm turning the corner wrong. I think You have to hold diagonal while you turn the corner, and that's why I'm dying there. I think that's actually been the issue this whole time. Oh yeah, that was a big mistake. I haven't been holding diagonal this whole time. That was why I was having so much trouble. When you hold diagonal, you kind of go around the very corner of the wall. You like go through the very corner of the wall. Whereas when you don't hold diagonal, you kind of have to go around the whole wall. So it saves you a frame. It's actually more awkward to hold diagonal, but it's worth it because you're saving a frame. So I just have to get used to holding diagonal again. I forgot about that. So this will be a lot easier now. That's why it felt so hard before. I just gotta get used to holding diagonal. Oh. Okay. I should have more than enough time now, because I'm saving a frame over and over again. It's still tight enough that it's not easy, but it should be a lot easier than I was expecting. Just got to get used to it again. Okay. See, if I hold diagonal, it's just not as hard there, but anyway. Just gotta get over there consistently. Focus on getting over there consistently, and then I'll worry about everything else afterward. Yep. See, when holding diagonal, stuff like that can happen, because normally I would not even be pressing right there. I would only be pressing up, but now I have to press both. But yeah. Okay. Oh! Trying to get the coins all in one go might be too hard, but it might also actually be easier overall. Can't really tell. I'm just gonna try to focus on doing it all in one go so I don't have to go back and do it even more. My fingers are surprisingly, I don't know, I feel like my fingers are kind of stiff or something. They don't feel like they're as agile, but I think it's just because I'm not used to like going around the corners like that. In the new game, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. This isn't a thing in the new game. I think maybe I could use that as a safe spot a bit, and that might help a little bit. I'm just gonna try to get in there at like a safe spot and see if I can hang out there for a bit, and then I can prepare a little bit better. Is this a safe spot? Kinda is. Okay. Gotta get ready. Oh. Well, at least I have a semi-safe spot there. Get to my safe zone. I just want to get to my semi-safe spot first. Hang out there for a bit. It's really not that bad. Okay, here. Oh, okay, I gotta focus on getting that coin quicker. Just focus on getting the coin quicker and the other thing quicker though, because I'll just die on the next one if I don't. Oh, that was too quick. See, that time it was too quick now. I was focusing correctly, but too much correctly. Overcorrected. But at least I have a semi-safe spot. That helps a lot. And that thing where now I can go around I've remembered how to do it, where I go around the corners. Or like I go through the corner a bit. Instead of going around. Now that this whole thing isn't that big a deal anymore. It's just annoying. It's tedious. It's also, still pretty tight. Also, my strategy for the coins might be questionable, but I'm just going to do it anyway because it looks possible, and it'll save me having to come back in. Yep. Come on. Oh. Okay. I'm in my semi-safe zone. This isn't a tight part. This is a tight part. Oh! See there, I went a frame too far. Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to get those coins, all of them in a row. Doesn't look that much easier otherwise, like the other way. Okay. Oh, I paused. I think I just wasn't ready. My muscle memory just wasn't ready for that quick of a movement. Too far. And also I didn't carve the wall there. Or I didn't go through the wall there. If I had carved it, it's possible I could have even survived that, I think. Carving helps a lot. Okay, I'm getting very close though. I can feel it. Success is imminent. Okay, that time I wasn't ready. Oh! I gotta remember what to do next. I think I'm gonna have to go back down and then back to my safe spot next, I think. I think I'll just get those coins and go back to my safe spot because it looks like I'm gonna die if I do anything else. Okay, safe spot. Boom! Okay, now I got that one down. At first, it seemed way too hard because I forgot about the corner thing. You gotta go. You have to hold a certain... See, like, instead of going like that and then like that, when you hold, you skip a frame. There's no, like, this frame is gone. See, I don't do that frame. But the holding is actually awkward, too. Okay, so... There's really no other option other than to do this, which can easily kill me. Okay, well, easily, but not that easily. Okay, these parts don't bother me, this next part, and also I got a bunch of practice on this other side. Oh, I should have got those coins. Well, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I don't really feel that nervous anymore. Now that I have this one practiced, like I got the main mechanic of this level, I have pretty down now. The corner carving is necessary. I wonder if you could hear that leaf blower. Probably you can. Maybe only the people with good headphones can hear it. But there's a leaf blower just a second ago. No. Anyway. Okay, that was too late. Oh, now that I realize, I think the volume's probably too high. I'm gonna try to turn it down. can't really tell, but I could hear it out of my headphones, so that's not a good sign. Because I'm not even wearing the headphones, so if I could hear it, that's probably too loud. Oop. Okay, this one's slightly confusing at first. I could probably go either side, maybe? But yeah, I hope I can do some more like level designs that I'm super happy with, but the filler, this one I consider kind of a filler, but I'm not really that, because it's about the overall quality of the whole because I'm doing 60 new levels, and I've actually done 16 out of 60, so I'm like over 25% done now. But yeah, it's really the overall quality that matters. There's like an argument to be made that if you're cooling down a bit between levels, it's not really that, like, as long as they're not bad, if they're just less interesting, it's not necessarily the end of, like, because like in a movie, every scene isn't like, you know, the pinnacle, so you don't necessarily need to have non-stop like amazingness, like but like anyway, I should probably just make as good levels as I possibly can, which is what I'm doing. But if some of them aren't as good as others, it's not really the end of the world. Okay, I should have ran. I had time actually, I just didn't see it. This one is gonna be beaten soon. Right side, the part I'm doing right now is way easier than the part I just did. We'll see about this next side. Oh, okay, it's pretty obvious what I need to do. It looks pretty reasonable to me. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy. I think it's going to be way easier than what I just did. See, I didn't choose correctly. I should have done this side I'm doing now. I should have done this all first, because it's easier. I'm surprised that kills me. Should have scooted down a bit. Okay, gotta scoot down a bit. Oh, well, at least that time I didn't die in the same way. And it was tighter than I was expecting. That one I knew was tight. It's not that bad of a death. Oh. This one's just tight. So I didn't want to get, I knew that I should scoot forward, because if you don't, you just, it's too awkward. Oops. But then when you scoot forward, you just hit something in front of you. I might not even be doing it right. It doesn't feel right, but it should be right. There's nowhere else, nothing else to do. Still not that worried about this though. Feel like the volume's too high. Although I think actually it's recording at a different volume than what I'm hearing, so it's actually not too high for you, it's only too high for me, and I'm not wearing my headphones, so it doesn't matter. But the volume might actually be too low now, but I can't really tell. I didn't volume check ahead of time. I should have done that ahead of time. You just gotta get used to some of the tighter ones. You gotta get used to a bit. This one right here is clearly tighter than the others. Like, I'm making the others easily, and then that one I die over and over again on, and the one after it, it's because they're tighter than the rest. It's not because I'm just messing up in that exact spot. It's actually a tighter gap. Come on. Okay, this is the other tight one. See, you have to scoot ahead one frame and then do a frame perfect squeeze, and then the rest hopefully isn't that bad. That's the first tight one, is that one, and then the next one. Okay, I gotta focus on going a slightly earlier there because I'm taking a lot of deaths there. This one is a hard area. I don't really blame myself for this one. This one is hard. That kills you? That time I died in an easy part, but see, like right here I'm about to die probably. See? Told you. That time, see, I don't consider that a death on the new system, so I'm so used to not thinking if that's gonna kill me that some of those really, like, I don't know, some of them are really weird to see. Okay. Yeah, some of them I'm like surprised that it kills me. Choke here, it's not that big of a deal. This one's not actually that easy, and I can do this, like, this part again without much trouble, so oh, see, I almost choked. Okay, so let me just see here. Okay, see, I can go do those parts, but since I'm already over here, it's more efficient to do these coins. So yeah, my main thing is trying to get my... I did take a small hit to my confidence there. It wasn't like devastating to my confidence where I sat there for 5 hours or something. But I did take a hit to my confidence there. So I just want to focus on not doing that, but just solid low death play, where I'm beating something I've already beaten recently, and I'm not going to take many deaths in the process. That's what I'm going to focus on. Okay, that coin is more awkward than I was expecting. I'm just gonna get some of these coins. Some of them are more awkward than I was expecting. So if I miss some, I'll just come back. I'm not even sure. You know what? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna get a few coins and then let me just get the ball rolling here. Okay, I'll do them in groups. The next one though, the one below this, I'll just do them all at once. Those shouldn't be as hard. Oh, actually, I'll probably do half and half on the next one. I could just go back. Yeah, I'll just go back. At least if I'm gonna die, it's better to only lose one coin when you die, I guess. I'll just go back. This one isn't actually that easy. Okay, gotta remember, against the wall, the red spot is the safe spot. This is where I'm safe. Semi-safe. Let's gotta get back to the red spot. Like that. Okay, there. That's fine. I'll just go back. Just keep my see, that time I almost died again. I gotta keep my confidence from getting too messed up. If you go into the last level expecting to get your ass kicked, you're gonna probably get your ass kicked. But you're gonna choke in all likelihood because you're not like confident. So even if you get past the first part, you could just choke on the next part. But if you go in feeling good, you're just not going to choke as often. That's the main thing. I'll just go back. Just focus on not doing anything too weird on my way back. That felt pretty good. Okay. Just want to focus on taking the easy path, not doing things in a more difficult way than I need to. Okay, this one from the bottom looks pretty hard. Definitely going to be easier on this way. That still wasn't that hard, or that wasn't that easy, but it was doable. I remembered that it was a white square that was safe beneath me. Against the bottom wall, I had to run to a white square that time. Okay, pretty sure I'm gonna run to a white square now. Yep. Okay. Now I could just go back, but feeling like I should be able to get this red square. Okay, good. Now I want to just focus on not going back in a more difficult way than I have to. Okay, that felt a little bit weird, but it wasn't too weird. Okay, that felt fine. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, my confidence went down from last level, but then it went up a bit. I'll just do this in portions. It doesn't feel that bad. The bottom side's the annoying part. I'll just focus on, I don't know, I'll just do it in portions. I still want to die too many times. Try to be careful. Yeah, I guess each coin, as long as you go to the close coin, they're all pretty easy to get. They're all equally easy almost. Yep. Okay, and just focus on not choking now. It's definitely a choke if I die. Okay, didn't choke. Okay, I'm gonna get all those coins. I'm gonna get first half of them, go back, then get the second half of them, go back. I'll just go halfway and then get the coins on the way back. I feel like that's easier. I'll just get them all. Doesn't feel that bad. Oh, my finger slipped. Okay, that was clearly my finger slipped there. Your finger hasn't slipped in a while, you forget how easy it is for it to slip. And it's always at the worst time that it slips. Although I guess I survived, so it wasn't the worst time that time. I should have got this coin from the other side, probably. Can't really tell. Messes with your eyes sometimes. I should have done it in 2 portions. I'll just do it in 2 portions. Okay, I'll just start with that. This end is a little bit tricky. But at least I wasn't expecting to choke there. I was surprised when I choked. That was a choke, basically. Although it is tight enough that it's not really that bad. Okay, am I gonna die? No. Okay, that wasn't really that bad. I was trying to cut it close, but you know, going 1 frame earlier, whatever, isn't really that bad there. Okay, that time I was way too fast. Oh. Okay, I'm getting sloppy now. Gotta calm down. Definitely going back to that check. Oh wait, let me just see something here. Oh wait, there's no check. Okay, I don't have to get back to this checkpoint. Okay, see, that was a mistake actually. I'm glad that I died actually, because this, well, not really, because it doesn't help me at all. But actually, I'm better off not going back because I opened up one of the checkpoints. So yeah, that was actually a strategy fail. Not, it was a choke, but more so a strategy fail because I didn't even have to go back. I could literally just go like this. See, now it's like all I have to go is like right over here. It's like not even hard. So yeah, I didn't even have to do that. I should have looked at it a bit closer. I forgot. Okay, so I'm at least gonna take a look at it. I know that yeah, these two are the last. This is like last area part 1. This is last area part 2, and this isn't actually a real area. This is just a cutscene. This is the end of the game. So there's only really 2 areas here. I forget what they look like, but I feel like the ones I just did were the harder ones, and then these are going to be the easier ones, but we'll see. I think it was optional to do them in that order. I didn't have to do them in that order. Pretty sure the one I just did, like I spent most of the, okay, this one isn't that easy, but I wouldn't say it's that hard either. It's when you have no checkpoint, like you can do it in portions. See, it's like the other one was like super tedious and tight. Yeah, I can almost just, I'll just do it now because this one doesn't really feel that hard actually, although these smaller gaps, see, this is like a medium, This is a large, this is a medium. The smaller ones are kind of annoying sometimes, and I guess the mediums are sometimes too. But you can wait for them to line up. So it's not really that annoying. This is typical checkpoint starvation combined with repetition. I used to do that a lot. Okay, I almost died there. See, I can see it's about to line up there. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, I'm gonna do the whole tops coins with before I go back, and then I'm gonna do the first bottom half and then the second bottom half. Actually, let me just think. Yeah, I think that's a fine strategy because it's not that much easier to not do that. Cutting them up, cutting the top portion up doesn't really help me that much. It helps me a little bit actually. If I really get, maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll just do them and I'll just cut it up into smaller portions, I guess. It's not that easy to time. I may have just been getting lucky before, and I'm not really timing it as well as I thought. So I think I'm actually just being too sloppy though. So like that time I could have gone. Okay, here. Yeah, I think I could time it reasonably well. Just gotta like go like here. Yeah, this doesn't feel that bad. I'm gonna get all the coins. Let's get used to it. So you gotta go like right here. And like right here. I was just building up my confidence, and then it then got shattered. That is full-on choke there. Like, why go all that way and then die at the very end like that? Why is that happening? It's because I clearly choked. I lost focus at the very end. I don't know why though. It's not. I wasn't really nervous or anything. I just lost focus somehow. Oh, I almost choked again. Oh! Wow. That's crazy. Can't believe it. I almost choked and then I did choke. Oh no, that's not good. See, that's why I used to do so much of this like checkpoint starvation combined with repetition, is because you get that exact scenario that just happened. Where like it's the fact that I should have been able to do it is what messes with your head, because I just did that exact thing a bunch of times. So if it happens again, it's just gonna mess with my head like crazy. Okay, but I did choke really badly twice there. I could redeem myself by doing a good job on the bottom side though. If I do a real solid job, okay, well that's not the case because I just died, but if I do from starting now, do a really solid job on the bottom, my confidence will be regained partially. Can't even blame the leaf blowers anymore because they stopped. If all of a sudden you're like halfway through and then the leaf blower starts though, it kind of does mess with your head a bit. Okay, this is now a backwards mirrored thing, but I'm used to not having it not be mirrored. Gotta get used to timing it on the mirrored version. See, that timing is like pretty natural now, but when you mirror it, it gets kind of confusing. But I don't really consider those chokes because it's mirrored. It's not that easy to just instantly get the mirrored version down. Okay. Still not really considering it a choke because the mirroring is messing me up. Okay, here. Feels tighter, but I don't think it is. Okay, here. Oh. I'm pretty sure that's not at all tighter, it's just mirrored. Yeah, it's not. Just gotta wait for when they line up and try not to die while waiting for them to line up. I don't need to get all the coins. That one I basically choked. I should have kept running. I didn't. Yeah, I just for some reason let go of the key. I don't know why. I guess I just choked. I knew that that was the time. I wasn't sure if that was the time, and then by the time I started moving, I was like second guessing it, and it was too late, and then I like let go of the key somehow. Okay, that's not that bad, but it wasn't good either. Oop. Keep going up and down, otherwise. That time at least I was going up and down, but I still died. But when you're standing still and they kill you, it feels worse for some reason. Okay, I'm just gonna get the first, like, I don't want to have to run through here, so I think I'm just gonna get a little chunk of them. I'm gonna run through once. See, now that you just got used to the mirrored version, now you have to recall this version again, but it's not that hard because I did it so many times. Okay, no dying. Ugh, I got so close to dying at the end there. I don't know why. Like right at the end, there's a certain chance you're dying, and then all of a sudden right at the end it just shoots up. Even though the obstacle's not getting harder at the end, it's just that it's the fact that you know it's the end. Sometimes your brain just turns off for some reason. Oh, it's called choking. Yeah, the more confidence you have, the less likely you are to choke. Choking is a psychological, like, trick. illusion. I just got confused there, I guess. I don't know. I don't really consider that a choke. It's just like, I was probably looking ahead to something. Okay, I'm getting through the first part pretty quick. My consistency on this portion is pretty good. Just gotta like be a little bit more careful in general, I guess. Gotta focus right now on not getting sloppy. These are the exact situations where I start to get sloppy. That was a little bit sloppy there. I should have waited. Trying to go too quick, what ends up happening is you end up going slower because you die. So you're better off just slowing down to start with. At least I don't have to watch a cutscene and then come back to it like it does in some spots. Okay, I'm gonna call any deaths from this point forward are a choke. It feels like I really should have it down at this point. Done it enough times. Okay, let's see what this is all about down here. Oh yeah. There's gonna be a bunch of enemies that come out and kill me. It's okay, I'll do it. You could refresh the pattern, but I just want to get a feel for how long the pattern is. See, I'm basically at the end of the game now. As long as I don't choke on my way back. Oh yeah, I remember why I put all these coins here too, is because you might choke on your way back and have to collect all of them again. Okay, it's probably a minute. Okay. I got like a minute, so you might as well get a fair amount. I don't remember that spot. Okay, let's reset the pattern. Give a fair amount of time each time. Don't remember that other spot. I think it's an optional area or something like that. Or do I need that? Let me see something. I just don't remember seeing that area before, but I don't remember even playing that area at all. I think it's an optional area. I could probably get all of them if I went efficiently. I don't really want to take that chance. Even though I probably could. It's going to make choking extra painful here for sure. But the top spot is easier than the bottom, so... Okay. Will I choke or will I not choke? That is the question. We will soon have an answer. Slow and steady wins the race. Real sloppy at the very end, but it was clean up to that point. The very end, I was like, all of a sudden I was like on ice or something. Like ran right into an enemy right at the end almost. Then I have to go back and get all those coins. Okay, so I've beaten this area. I don't get what was that area I saw in the cutscene? It's hard to tell from the map. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not. Pretty sure it's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Is it this one? Do I need? Okay, I don't need that key. I'm not. I'm gonna get all the paints, but I already did get all the paints, I think. Or I guess there's one more, but I'm not gonna get every key. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have to go down here. I'm a little bit confused, but I'll just go down. Can I speed run it? Good. Okay. Yeah, my plan. I'm pretty sure I don't need to go here. Here. I was literally just here, here, and here, and here, and here. It's not here. Okay, it's not. I'm pretty sure this is an easy one I did earlier. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm just confused, I guess. Was it one of these? I can't remember what these were. What were these? I just don't remember what they were. But it looks like I've already. I don't know. It's hard to say. Uh-oh. That was not the easy time to go. Good. My confidence took a hit on that first area I was playing, that with the really tight caverns. Is this what I saw in the cutscene? Because, yeah, I guess it was. Okay, I was just confused. I think this is what the cutscene showed. It showed this door opening, and I was just confused, that's all. Thought I saw something else. Oops. It's not really that big a deal, though. Okay, I'm about to be right at the end of the game. Okay. Go back to red. Okay. So conceivably, it is possible I could just beat this first try and beat the game right now. It's just highly unlikely. But conceivably, I have it within me. Can I beat the end of the game first try? We will soon have an answer. Nope. Okay, but can I beat it second try? That was a warm-up. That doesn't count. Am I gonna beat it? Okay, but can I beat it third try? No. What about fourth try? You gotta stay positive. Okay. But I'll say up to 10 tries and then reevaluate. Okay, that was 5. That was 6. 7. Uh-oh. I'm racking them up pretty quick. 8. 9. Okay, on my 10th try. Whoa. Okay, I completely misunderstood what was going on there. Obviously that didn't work. Alright, so that wasn't really off to a good start. I think I should probably try a little bit more, actually. Because that wasn't a good way to end it. That was a very, very weak attempt on my 10th try. I ran the exact impossible direction. Okay, there's these, I forgot about these vertical ones. The vertical ones are only slightly hard. They shouldn't be that bad. Okay, so yeah, like it's like right in front of you is like a semi-safe spot. It's like this I consider a semi-safe spot. You're just running from semi-safe spot to semi-safe spot. It really shouldn't be that bad. And then just not choking. Okay, it's a little bit tighter than I remember from like 10 seconds ago. Okay, that was what I was supposed to do. Let me just get some progress here. Just wrap my head around it. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. It is a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. Let me just get the ball rolling on this a bit. I don't feel right ending it like that. It was such a weak attempt so far. I don't like ending it like this. Need to leave feeling at least somewhat reasonable about my chances next time. I want to next time aim to just beat the game. Next video, beat the game. Or now. Now is fine also. See, like this one, I'm gonna blame myself if I die because I'm not used to that spot yet. Oh yeah, there's some coins here. Oh yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not really that worried about this one. I already made it over the first bend. It's not really that hard. I don't feel like I'm not gonna. I feel like I'll just beat this next video. I think I'll take my time, like take maybe a little bit longer video, but I think I'll beat this next video. I think this doesn't take. See, I'm gonna probably take quite a few deaths on the next area though. That's the part that makes it hard, I guess. The next area overall is probably roughly the same difficulty as this area, although this one, actually no, this one is harder than the next area. But the next area is awkward in certain aspects, but not overall harder than this, I guess. But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, beating them both in a row is a bit tricky. But once you get the first area down, you take a few deaths on the second area, and then at a certain point, maybe on death 5 or so, I'll beat it. But yeah, I might just beat it first try, but that doesn't seem to happen very often. It's possible I'll beat this and then beat the next area first try though. But yeah, we'll find out next video. I'm gonna hope to just beat it next video. We'll see. See you next time.